Guys, the NBA is at one of the worst points of its entire. Adam Silver became commissioner in 2014, so we are now a decade into Adam Silver's reign as commissioner of the NBA. And a lot of things can be true at one time, right? I feel like the league has never been more profitable as it is right now. I feel like global recognition of all the brands, all the players, all the teams has never been higher than what it is right now. But at the same time, I feel like the product on the court has never been worse than what it is right now. Granted, the NBA is full of talent. We might have more talented players in the NBA than we've ever had before, but the variety and the version of basketball that is being played out there is some of the most unwatchable ever. One of my good friends and I were talking about this, and he was saying like he loves the NBA. At least he loved it. He loved watching hoops. He wasn't a casual observer. But because of how basketball is played now, how unwatchable a lot of these games are, more than half the shots are just three-point shots. There's no, back to the basket basketball. The defense is non-existent. He's kind of went away from it. And I don't blame him. And there's a lot of things that can contribute to this. A lot of it is because of Adam Silver and his player-first profile. But we can even go further back. You can say LeBron James' decision in 2010 gave players the ability to kind of dictate where they move. After this, you saw players kind of band together, figure out where they were going to go next, demand trades, sit out games. And you had Greg Popovich, who was the first NBA coach to rest players on nationally televised games. The NBA and David Stern used to fine the Spurs all the time for this. I remember there was a nationally televised game where I think Nando De Colo was starting, and it was against the Miami Heat during LeBron James, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh. It always makes me wonder what David Stern would have done. Like, I didn't like David Stern. I was not a fan of him because mostly, he vetoed the Chris Paul trade. But I feel like David Stern was the necessary evil that was required in this league. He kept the league in check. He did a really good job getting all types of things for the NBA over his run. I feel like with Adam Silver, things have just been different. The incentives for players getting more money based off of their NBA status, all NBA first, second, or third team, defensive first or second teams. I feel like he's eliminated a lot of back-to-backs, allowing the players to rest even more. And this is already at a time where the NBA's players are more taken care of than they've ever been in human history. I just don't know what can be done because we've seen it the other way because Major League Baseball was bad for quite a while. It was unwatchable because the product was either you were striking out, you were walking, or you were hitting a home run. But the last 3 years, Major League Baseball has rectified that and they've become a much more watchable product. I'm not sure what you can do in the NBA to fix this. There are definitely things I've thought of, potentially putting a cap on the number of three-pointers you can make in a game. If you're fouled with an and one, you automatically get that free throw so you don't have to stop time for free throws. There are things you can do to improve the play, but I feel like a lot of this is kind of Pandora's box. You can't put it back in. So my question to you guys, for how bad the NBA is right now, who is your chief blame? I give a lot of it to Adam Silver. I think he has probably 75% of the blame, and 25% to me is the players. But really, the only people that are suffering from this are the fans. Fans like me, fans that love basketball. Because the product that we are watching night in and night out is just not what I'm used to. It's not what I like.